Hey, so I'm out here with Dick Lucas from the Subhumans, and I wanted to get your opinion. We're dealing with some controversial stuff right now in California as far as mandatory vaccinations go. There was just a law that was just passed by the governor that is mandating vaccines for children.
It's happening in Australia as well.
Yes, it is. Yes,
Right.
that's right.
You have to get your kids vaccinated when you give birth, more or less, or else you can't get any social security.
Right.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think.
Well, that's in Australia. Here, your children can't go to school.
Whoa.
They're taking public school away, and charter and private.
Whoa. That's insane.
Yeah.
So you got to ask, what's in the vaccines?
Right.
Like, is it what are the vaccines like nominally for?
Well, there's right now there's 70 on the children's schedule. When I was a kid, there was about 24.
24. That's a lot.
For me, it was 24. Now it's 70.
Yeah, we had one against the flu, one against mumps and measles, and I don't know, that's about it.
Right.
It's like 3.
Polio, yeah.
Okay.
Measles, mumps,
All those
rubella.
diseases they got stored in the laboratory in case they come out again.
They're mandating an STD vaccines. They want to give them to them at birth.
Whoa.
Hepatitis B.
Nah, because that's too much control over a person's body.
Right.
Especially when they've just been born, they've got no choice in it whatsoever.
Right.
It's bribery. It's enforced chemical slavery at the worst extent of the conspiratorial mindset, which I've got quite a lot of. Most of it turned out to be true. Yeah, it's totally wrong. It's like they can put anything in these vaccines to make you think or not think whatever they want you to think.
That's right.
That's the extreme end of it. Basically, it's about the choice. A parent should totally have choice over what happens to their child until the child voluntarily says, no thanks mum, no thanks dad, I want to do this instead, and they say, okay, you're mature enough to make your own decisions, you do what you want to do. That's the way life goes. That's what parents are for, is bringing up kids. It's not the government's fucking job to bring up kids. It's not their job. It's their job to supply vaccines on in the interest of national health of the nation or whatever. You want to keep people well because they want the workers to fucking work until they die.
Sure.
When they die is quite convenient because then there's like less people taking up room, claiming pensions and getting money off the state when they're not working. I've got such a lovely mindset.
A realistic mindset.
To vaccinate these people, to vaccinate the kids straight away, to take away that choice that parents should have over what happens to their kids is fundamentally a basic freedom being taken away from all parents. And to say if you don't do it, we're going to take away your social security money, your benefits to help you raise your kids, your child benefit, whatever you've got over here.
School.
Which is
public school.
Yeah. Well, that's just it's counterproductory for a start, if that's a word, because you get less educated kids, and you just get kids, well, becoming the feral beasts who roam around smashing shit up and not being educated and really at the bottom end of all social scales, especially in terms of what they want people to be, which is productive workers and civilized, law-abiding citizens.
And I think they realize also it's a bullying maneuver. I think they know that a lot of parents will give in and just vaccinate against their own wishes because they want their children to go to school and maybe can't afford to stay home with the child.
Well, exactly. Most people are in that position.
Right.
It's the very rich invent these ideas, and if you give them any credence whatsoever, they think that everybody's got enough money to survive on. They can survive unless they're lazy.
Right.
But I don't give them that credence. I think they're just greedy and they want a whole subject slave race to work on the productivity, to make the product so they can get a better car next summer and that sort of thing.
They do profit from vaccines, the government.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. Chemical industries are making lovely backhander off it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is part of the basic setup of the Western civilized world. It's like the rich want to control everybody else, just to get more and more property, more lands off overseas countries, more resources, oil, minerals, the lot. They just want ownership of everything. It's greed, gone psychotic. You should read a book about the nature of psychoticness. Is that the word? No. Whatever it is, psychoticness, that'll do.
Right.
Word, yeah.
Nation of
psychopathy,
Right.
psychopathy, psychopaths have got psychopathy. The nature of psychopathy is people who know about but have no connection to the emotional involvement that other people have when decisions are made that affect their lives. So they know about emotional states, they don't feel them, but they are clever enough to empathise with people to the point of getting what they want. But they will get things what they want, and in the path of destruction they create on their way to the top of whatever business or government department they're in, they don't really, they may know, but they don't care about the suffering that's left behind them.
Right.
The nature of what happens when they grab all the money and all the power at the top, they're taking it away from the bottom, basically. And at the bottom, people are living on cents and dimes, and at the top, they're dealing in figures. They just got put into computers, and suddenly they've got another $1 million doing a trade deal on the stock market or whatever.
Right.
This is the way it works. These people are psychopathic. They don't go around killing people like they do in films, but they are psychopathic.
Yeah.
It's the very nature of cunning and arrogance and complete disregard for the emotional values that you would hope all humans have got, like empathy and kindness.
Yeah.
And those two things we need a whole lot more of. We need to grab it back and realise we've already got it and use it a lot more with our friends and stuff, and not keep bitching with each other about really unimportant shit.
Right.
We have to not suffer in silence, but suffer out loud, and suffer less for being louder about it, and just more communication with people on that same being kind and nice and understanding of other people's situations and caring more about people who've got less than we have. It all sounds very religious, but like, so what? It's not, and it's just
human
It's
kindness.
spiritualness, it's kindness, human kindness. It's just a phrase. All kids are nice to each other until other kids are not nice to them.
Right.
You see what I mean? It's like we all grow up and we all get saturated with all this mind-bending bullshit.
Yeah.
And suddenly it's every man for himself, and suddenly you can't be as kind because you might get stomped on or exploited. And it's yeah, it could be better than
Right.
that. And generally, we take politics out of our daily lives just for a few hours at a time, and you look around and you see the scenery, we go travelling, meet other people, get put up by people. This is what we do on tour quite a lot of. It's like we're meeting really friendly, helpful people. We're stuck in a jam, somebody knows where to go, who to talk to, here's a phone number, ask this guy, he knows a guy. Like, it's wicked, it's still working like that, it's still going on. We're not all split into little groups, we're not all isolated by Facebook and the internet and stuff. It isn't like that. It could be, it shouldn't be if it is, and it isn't, all in the same sentence. I'm as confused as anybody else, but we have to make some sort of sense out of this on a day-to-day basis and keep the spirits up, basically. And don't get your kids vaccinated unless you really want to. Maybe they're all good vaccines. Maybe they are all really good. Maybe they really want to keep all Americans alive for another 10 years at the end of their lives. Maybe they do. But the things they do is for people who aren't Americans in other countries with bombs and decisions about global peace and globalization and business marketing strategies and shit like that. I don't believe they've got their kindness and soul left in them anymore because they got sapped in and they're up there running the whole status quo system that controls just the whole mindset.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
In a sentence.
That's
Well, you did ask.
that was great.
Listen to me, it's got a lot to say, but you don't understand. They're gonna this man, and do it once, and do it again.